Hey guys, it's Warrior 100 here, and now here's my review of WrestleMania 21. I just got done watching the show just right now, and I thought this was a good WrestleMania, but it wasn't a great WrestleMania. Yeah, you had some good matches on here, but you also had some pretty crappy stuff on here. You know, like, first of all, WWE title was horrible, and really, World Heavyweight title match really should have been better. But I thought this was a pretty good WrestleMania, just not great. So yeah, let me just get right into this thing. Show kicked off with Lillian Garcia singing America the Beautiful. And the first match of the night was Eddie Guerrero versus Rey Mysterio. I thought this was a pretty good opener. Had some nice spots. Eddie Guerrero got that surfboard-like maneuver that cruiserweights used to do on their opponents. Both Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio did dives over the ropes to the outside of the ring. Eddie Guerrero missed the frog splash. And then at the end, Rey Mysterio gets 619 and wins. So yeah, good opener, 3 1/4. Then after this, we saw a backstage promo with JBL, Orlando Jordan, and the Bashams coming face to face with Triple H and Ric Flair. And Triple H was mocking JBL about being a wrestling god. And yeah, JBL said that wrestling gods don't lose, and he has never lost as champion. And they just said that they would have to wait till the end of the night to see who would still be champion and who would be the better man. And then we saw in the crowd there was Adam Sandler and Rob Schneider. And then we had the Money in the Bank ladder match. Chris Jericho versus Chris Benoit versus Christian versus Shelton Benjamin versus Edge versus Kane. Yeah, this is a real good match right here. Yeah, this is probably the best Money in the Bank ladder match. I mean, a lot of great spots with ladders, with weapons. Everyone was outside the ring, including Tomko, who was in Christian's corner. And Shelton Benjamin dived from the top turnbuckle to the outside, falling on everyone. And then Kane, right after that, did the exact same thing. And Kane sandwiched Chris Benoit's arm between a ladder. And it injured Chris Benoit's arm. At one point, 5 guys, Jericho, Benoit, Benjamin, Christian, and Edge, were all on the ladder after going for the briefcase. And then just one by one they fell down. Yeah, and Kane was using the ladder as a weapon, and Christian would just jumped right into the ladder. And yeah, at one point Tomko tried to help Christian and get to the briefcase, but Kane took out Tomko, and then he tipped over the ladder, and Christian fell to the outside on top of Tomko. And then at one point, Chris Jericho and Kane were on the ladder, and the ladder teetered, and it fell over. And Jericho fell on the outside of the ring. Kane was on the inside of the ring, laying down. And then Benoit gave his diving headbutt to Kane from the top of a ladder. And then Benoit was going for the briefcase, and Kane climbed the ladder too. And then Benoit eventually knocked Kane off the ladder. And then Edge came in, nailed Chris Benoit's bad arm with the chair, and Edge climbed the ladder and retrieved the briefcase and won. So yeah, good match right there, 4 1/4. And then after that we got that promo, and that in-ring promo with Eugene first coming out saying that he couldn't believe he was at WrestleMania and it's the greatest night of his life. And then Muhammad Hassan and Daivari came out, just said like they didn't like that they weren't competing at WrestleMania, and they need to take the back seat to a disgrace like Eugene, and they were going to create a WrestleMania moment. And then the two of them were assaulting Eugene, and then Muhammad Hassan had Eugene in a camel clutch, and Daivari was talking into Eugene. And then Hulk Hogan's music came on. And Hulk Hogan came out, and he cleared he made the save for Eugene, and he took out Muhammad Hassan Davari. So yeah, that was just fine. Yeah, it was an alright promo. Yeah, it was great to see Hulk Hogan. Yeah. And then we got The Undertaker versus Randy Orton. This was marketed as Legend versus Legend Killer. And this was pretty good. Yeah, this is probably one of The Undertaker's better matches at WrestleMania. And this could arguably be Randy Orton's best match at WrestleMania. Yeah, it just went back and forth. It was good back and forth action between Taker and Orton. Yeah, Randy Orton was able to get out of the last ride while The Undertaker lifted Orton for the last ride, about to throw him down. Orton just fell right off behind Undertaker on his feet. And Cowboy Bob Orton came in, nailed The Undertaker with the cast, but The Undertaker survived it. Randy Orton tried Irish whipping The Undertaker into the cast, but Undertaker gave a boot to Cowboy Bob Orton, and that knocked him out. And Randy Orton countered the chokeslam into an RKO if The Undertaker survived it. And then Randy Orton tried to go for the tombstone. Oh no, the Undertaker reversed it and got a tombstone on Randy Orton for the win. So yeah, it was a good match, 3 3/4. And then we got the Women's Championship match. Trish Stratus defending against Christy Hemme with Lita in her corner. This sucked. Christy Hemme can't wrestle worth crap. I'm sorry, but she can't. And yeah, it was just pretty sloppy between the two of them. And yeah, at the end, Trish got the chick kick for the win. 1 star. And then we got Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels, match of the night. Great match right here. And before this match started, we saw in the crowd there was Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top and Mark Heigenberger from CSI in the crowd. Yeah, so anyway, getting back to this match. Yeah, this was a freaking great match. Great technical wrestling between both of them. Yeah, it was really the last 10, 12 minutes of this match that made it great. Yeah, Kurt Angle gave an angle slam to Shawn Michaels on the outside, back first into the ring post. Kurt Angle, while Shawn Michaels was on the ring apron, he tried to give Shawn Michaels a German suplex through an announce table, but Shawn Michaels held onto the ropes and prevented Kurt Angle from doing it. And Kurt Angle was laying on the announce table, and Shawn Michaels got a moonsault onto Kurt Angle, but surprisingly the announce table didn't break. And Kurt Angle got the ankle lock in a couple of times, including once where Shawn Michaels went for the sweet chin music and Kurt Angle grabbed Shawn Michaels' ankle. And Kurt Angle went for a moonsault, but Shawn Michaels moved out of the way. And as Shawn Michaels was trying to do a moonsault, Kurt Angle went up to the top turnbuckle and gave him the angle slam from the turnbuckle down onto the canvas, but Shawn Michaels survived it, surprisingly. Shawn Michaels tried the flying elbow drop a couple of times. One time he missed, and the next time he connected with it. Yeah. And then, as Kurt Angle was talking some smack to Shawn Michaels out of nowhere gave Kurt Angle the sweet chin music, but it took him a long time to cover Kurt Angle, so Kurt Angle kicked out of it. And then, as Shawn Michaels was trying to get up, Kurt Angle just all of a sudden got an ankle lock on Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels would not tap out. And then Kurt Angle he did the thing where he wrapped his legs around Shawn Michaels' legs so he couldn't crawl, and then Shawn Michaels eventually tapped out, and Kurt Angle wins. So great match right there. Some people give it 5 stars. I think that's a little bit overrated. I give it 4.5 stars. And then after this, we saw they were giving awards for their WrestleMania 21 trailers. Here's how they were doing parodies of famous movies. Yeah, they gave Best Punchline and Favorite Female award to the Basic Instinct parody. And then we saw Mae Young and Fabulous Moolah in the crowd afterwards. Then after this, we got Piper's Pit with Stone Cold Steve Austin. This thing just kind of, I think, dragged on a little bit. Nowhere near, because it didn't drag nearly as long as WrestleMania 5's Piper's Pit did. I remember I told you about this in my WrestleMania 5 review. God, that Piper's Pit went on way too long. Yeah, this one didn't go on for as long, but it was still pretty long. Again, it was just kind of Stone Cold and Roddy Piper talking about just whatever. And then Carlito eventually came out, said that they weren't cool, and asked him to leave the ring. And as Carlito was throwing his apple into the air, Roddy Piper grabbed it. It just bit everything out of the apple and spit in Carlito's face. Carlito was attacking Roddy Piper, then Stone Cold attacked Carlito, and they threw him out of the ring, and then we saw the beer celebration, and Stone Cold eventually gave the stunner to Roddy Piper. So, yeah, just kind of a dragged on segment. Then we saw another award winner for the WrestleMania 21 trailer for the best trailer, and it was the Taxi Driver one, with all the "You Talking to Me's." Yeah. And next up, we got the Sumo Match. Akebono versus Big Show. Oh my god. They spent like 5 minutes or something setting up for the pre-match ceremony. You know how sumo wrestling is, with salt, everything. And really, this was something we really could have gone without seeing. Who wants to see Big Show in a diaper? Honestly. And the match about lasted like 1 minute. Akebono threw Big Show out of the ring. Dud. And then we got the WWE Championship match. JBL defending against John Cena. JBL's entrance was just so over the top. First, he had a police escort to the ring. And then we saw $100 bills with JBL's face come down from the ceiling as if they were confetti. It was just so over the top. Yeah, and like I said, this match, God, this sucked. This match only lasted about 11 minutes. It really was so bad. It was basically just JBL dominated the match, and then John Cena made a comeback at the end. JBL went for the clothesline from hell. John Cena ducked from it and got the FU on JBL for the win. This was so freaking bad. And this was, of course, the beginning of the downfall for John Cena. Yeah, I only give it about a star and a quarter. And then after this, we got the thing where they introduced the Hall of Fame inductees for the class of 2005. With Nikolai Volkov, the Iron Sheik, Paul Orndorff, Cowboy Bob Orton, Jimmy Hart, Roddy Piper, and Hulk Hogan. Yeah, just one by one, they all came out onto the rampway, to their usual entrance music, and they were escorted by a diva. Yeah, so, yeah, no complaints here. And then we got the main event, the World Heavyweight Championship match, Triple H defending against Batista. Once again, we got a Motorhead concert for Triple H's entrance. They played Triple H to the ring just like they did at WrestleMania 17. Yeah, yes, this match, I guess it was okay, but this really should have been better. Like, I don't think this was really what WrestleMania main event should really be. Yeah, there wasn't really anything memorable here. Just kind of going back and forth between the two of them. Ric Flair got involved in the match while the referee was distracted with Triple H. Yeah, Triple H was going to pedigree Batista on the steel steps, but Batista countered and catapulted Triple H into the ring post, and Triple H was busted open. Triple H bled buckets in this match. At one point, Ric Flair was going to nail Batista with the World Heavyweight Championship, but Batista caught him and gave Ric Flair a spine buster. And Batista fought out of the pedigree and then gave Triple H the Batista bomb for the win. So Batista wins the World Heavyweight Championship. It was okay, but it really should have been better. I give it about 2 3/4. Yeah, overall, this show, I give it about, I don't know, 7.25 out of 10. You had some good matches like Randy Orton versus Undertaker, Money in the Bank, Eddie Guerrero, Mysterio, and Kurt Angle and Shawn Michaels. But yeah, and it's also known for both world titles changing hands. But the 2 world title matches, they really were not WrestleMania worthy. But yeah, pretty much the rest of the show for the most part, it's still pretty good. So yeah, that's it for my WrestleMania 21 review. Alright, so thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.